everybody, welcome here to today's live stream. I'm happy to be back here again, and instead of Rachmaninov's third concerto today, I'm going to be playing or working through the second concerto, and if you didn't know already, I'm playing it live this Sunday, the 9th of August on stageit.com. So if you want to see all the information about that, go to the link below this video that will take you to my stageit profile, and you can see my shows there and you can get a ticket. Let me know if you have any questions about stageit, even if you're watching on the replay as well later. Just comment below on this video and give it a like, and that would be really cool. So let me know where you're watching from in the chat. So this piece, I've performed it a few times with live orchestra and with the virtual orchestra that I'm going to be using this Sunday. So really I'm at a stage where I'm just maintaining the piece and just clearing up small parts of it. So let's start from the beginning of the first movement. I've got the score here just to refer to on a random page. So here we go. The first movement. Just really listening to the string melody in my mind. So obviously when I'm playing this part, the orchestra's playing this great theme. In the start of this concerto, really, apart from the opening chords, the piano is accompanying, really. So if I go on a bit more, I'm going to jump through some parts as well. So I hope the stream is working okay. I think the resolution is giving me a warning, but let's go on anyway. It's my first time using OBS with YouTube Live, so we'll see. Let's go on a bit more then to this part. Slower for that as well. Section of the first movement, I played some part of that. So the main challenge, of course, is to keep going through those arpeggios and follow the orchestra, in this case the virtual orchestra. And then this part I just played, I'll go through it again, where the piano has its first melody in the whole concerto, really. So I can just go back to this one. concerto as well, where you get this. Because later on you get this this melody. So all the themes relate somehow, even in this first movement. You get material that comes in the second and the third movement, which I'll go through if there's time today as well. So, and then after this stuff, we get the second theme in the major key, E flat major, related to the main key, C minor, where the piano comes in. The left hand gets busy here. This lovely swarming section starts soft. Lots of lovely interchanges with woodwinds in this part, in this section. It's so beautiful. The way that builds up and all. So then I'm going to go ahead to some more dramatic sections. So we get all these figurations like this. So this is the first time I'm playing these parts today, so I just warm up slowly. And then gradually speed up. Great, so then the orchestra plays this part. You might recognise this in the left hand. The orchestra play it first, and this comes, of course, after this development where the theme comes back with the orchestra. The piano, let's play this. I'm going to be performing this piece on a grand piano that's more in tune than this instrument. At home here, fortunately, I wouldn't dream of playing it on this piano here because it's not even in tune with the virtual orchestra. So that is some of the first movement, and then I'm just going to go right to the coda of the first movement, which starts like this. Just practice this part. Just go again, I didn't voice every note there. Sometimes it's harder when you think too much as well, because I played this a lot, and the danger is not so much overdoing it, but thinking that it can play itself, and you still got to always consciously put effort in preparing before the performance, of course. So let's just go again here. So yeah, I love that big dramatic ending here. I like a lot of Rachmaninov, these parts are never as difficult as they sound. Oh, spoke too soon. Great, so that's part of the first movement, and I'm just brushing up on parts, as you can hear there. I've got till Sunday, so really I've got till Friday or Saturday, because then after that I can't do much more apart from just warm it up. So let's move forwards to, we'll go to the third movement in fact. So I worked through most of the third movement earlier today, so I'm up to near the end of the piece where we come in with this. Very like staccato-like section. So if you know the piece, you know what comes next, then the orchestra go. I love that effect. It's sort of like a glissando, just played with the fingers. check here. That was playing, because there's an accelerando here. So if I go back to this part. Just slow that down to make sure it's all together. So it has to sound like one whole, what can I say, like one hand is playing all of this, right? Like the beginning of the piece at the end, the piano is just like accompanying or filling in as part of the overall texture, while the orchestra plays this. Which is interesting, and then if I go on more, the rest of the, right to the end then, the piano is just playing lots of different figuration with the orchestra. So let's go to this part. Expect to. Let's go. Just slow down. Right at the end, the piano comes back with the orchestra, almost melodically to the end. So I'll have all this. And after playing through the whole concerto in a performance for over 30 minutes, this ending is a real challenge, because you've had lots of big mountains to overcome before, especially in the first movement, which alone is very demanding. So let's just do a bit of the second movement. If I go from this part, this beautiful section. So I love this because you've got this melody, of course. voices in the right and left hand, which really complement it as well. I love this part, it's a very exciting section in the second movement after the more slow and passionate music here. It's just more like youthful joy. So if I go straight here. And then this part is probably the closest we get to having any sort of cadenza in the second concerto, and it's just a few moments really. So that is the middle part of there, and I'm just going to play to finish today here the lovely end of the second movement. So if I just take it a few bars before. Yeah, if I go from this part, it's lovely. Let's go again. Let's go a bit further back actually. Just got to sort the left hand out. It's being a bit naughty. Let's go. jumps really far, it's got a big span. It's just it's easier. Well, not easy, never easy. And one more thing before you go is right at the end of this movement, you get this in the left, in the lower register. We've heard this already, the first movement. So just a small reference there at the end. And then resolution. Now at the end, if you know this piece very well, you may have noticed that I'm doing something a little different to what is written. Because my late mentor Peter Feuchtwanger suggested, instead of doing the usual, because it's like a singer in the melody, so it would be very hard for them to breathe and hang on right to the end of that arpeggio, so it's just more effective, I think, there, and then you end on the tonic notes. So, I want to thank you for joining today and on the replay as well. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and give this video a like if you found it useful. And if you'd like to join my next stageit show where I'm performing this piece, or a future stageit show if you're watching afterwards, I have regular shows each month on the stageit platform where I perform on a Yamaha grand piano, and upcoming performances include this concerto, and then Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue, and later in a few months Rachmaninov's third concerto as well, and that will actually be my first performance of that work, where I'm playing again with virtual orchestra. So thank you everybody so much. See you next time. Take care and stay safe.